You want to become the main character of your own life. You don't know how, but you want it. You think it sounds so cool to be the one who just like lives her life to the fullest, like in another country, in a cool career, looks super cool with whatever she's doing. Does that sound like you? I am going to give you the tools for how you can figure out what you really want. Because you know that you want your life to be extraordinary, but what does that really mean for you? Like, that is a really important and central question to be asking yourself. But don't you worry, you don't really need to know any of that right now. But after you have watched this video, you will know. 100% you will know where to go. Just trust me, just follow the process. This is gonna be like more of an exercise. So I'm telling you questions, I'm telling you how you can do it, but you need to do the own thinking, okay? You need to use your brain and really find the answers for yourself. But I want you to choose a notebook. You need a cute notebook that you can use for this, to really figure this out, because you could write on your notes app, you could write on like Notion or in Word or whatever, but it's something with just having a notebook, sitting with a cute pen and just writing it down. And then you could draw, you could use different colors, like make it your personal thing. This exercise has 3 levels, okay? So we're starting, you know, more on the surface, and then we're like digging deeper level by level to the core. So you, in the end of this video, you're just gonna sit there and just like, I know the vision, I know where I should go. Let's see what I can do today to make it happen, because that's how you're gonna have change. If you keep going with the same habits and do the same that you have done every single day, guess what? You're gonna have the exact same results. So you need to change stuff today to be able to get another result tomorrow or in a month or in a year. If you're super hyped, like obviously I am, please just hit a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, because it's gonna be a lot of videos like this till eternity. I hope you have your notebook ready, because now we're going to start with level 1. And as I'm saying these different questions to you, I want you to also write them down, because then you can just really let the words sink in, and you can go back later and see like, okay, this is what I really meant here. Because this is gonna work like as a reminder for you, a kind of a motivation, kind of a way to look if you're a little bit unmotivated or feel a little bit insecure. This should be the guide for you. Level 1. And I want you to have an open mind. I want you to be creative and don't stand in your own way. When you think about it, you just feel really energized and happy and like, yes, this is the way to go for me. This is the answer. Even though it sounds a little bit absurd now, maybe it feels a little bit unrealistic, it's fine. I hope it feels like this for you, because this is the life you're striving towards getting, not how it is now, because we want to change. Yay! Question number 1. What does she look like? I said it was surface level, but you need to really vision, what does she look like? And you might be like, I don't really know the style or what to do. Like if I did, I would have changed. But I think you often see people on the streets, or you see something your friend is wearing, or something that you're like, ooh, that's kind of cute. And honestly, Pinterest, that has helped me so much. Just be on Pinterest and look at a lot of pictures of girls that you think look gorgeous. Like, how does they dress? How does they have like their makeup on? Like the hair? Like, what is their whole aesthetic? So just take some, maybe 30 minutes. Make a Pinterest account if you doesn't have that already, because it's gonna be such a source of inspiration for you. So just look up style, hair, makeup, whatever you think like seems cool. And maybe you should also look at girls that look kind of similar to you, because if it looks good on them and they kind of look like you, then it probably will look good on you too. And I've also seen people finding celebrities or other famous people, maybe characters from movies that they kind of look alike, and just use that as a kind of way of navigating the whole finding your own style or colors or hairstyles or whatever. But the whole part of just like envisioning this person is for you to just like start to get these like brain cells moving to really try to connect with this version of yourself. You need to really envision her. Number 2, we need to go a little further, and now I want you to envision, where does she even live? Does she live at the same place that you're living now, or does she live in another part of the city, in another city in your country, or in another country? Maybe she lives on another planet. Like, I don't know. You just need to be creative and see, where could I see myself living? Where it would be super cool to like just create a life. And you don't need to know like how you're gonna make this happen yet. Just try to see, okay, this place would be so cool to just like start and for me to grow and to really get my life going, you know? Because I feel like so many of us, maybe we have always lived at one place. Maybe we have not been outside of our city, or maybe we have not been to that many other cities inside our own country. And I think it's so healthy to also just experience other places, to meet different people, because you don't really know about different things. You don't really know what you can do with your life before you really see it. So personally, I visited Italy for the first time when I was 19, and I was here for some months, and it was such a great way to just like see another way of living and to meet people in different like creative fields. And you were like, wow, I could do that? That seems so cool, because I haven't been exposed to those kind of things before. But if you don't want to move city, that is totally fine too. So question number 3, what is she working with? And with this, I want you to think about like, okay, what qualities do you have? What are you more naturally good at? What could you use that ability to? How could you make a living out of something that you're naturally good at? And especially if you really focus on this thing so you get even better, what could you work with? Because that will also give you a boost in your confidence if you're able to work with something that you're really good at too. But of course, like, we need to work on our weaknesses too, but it's gonna take a lot more energy. So what do you feel like you are good at and could potentially use in a job? Do you really like to be creative? Are you really good like with talking with people? Would you like to be your own boss? Like, you just need to think like, what would be the ideal career for you? And just like, think big. Don't be scared. Just think about someone that you feel like has an extremely cool job that you know you would enjoy, and you know with time and with work, with your abilities, you would be really good at. The next question is, how much money is she making? Because that has also a little bit with the whole career job thing, because you could obviously make a lot of money if you're good at stuff, like in every job, but some jobs it's easier to make money with too. So you need to think about like, what would you be happy with? A lot of people are like, I want to be rich, but like, what is rich for you? Are you rich when you are able to buy whatever you want, like when you don't have to think about money? Or do you need a private jet? Do you need that? Like, people are different. So you need to think about that too when it comes to what you aim to work with. But please not be the person who only chooses something for the money, because if you don't like what you're doing, if you're just sitting there and ending up in a job that you basically hate and you are only looking forward to the weekend, that is not a happy or fulfilled life, even though you got money. So you can be rich in so many areas. The next and really important questions that we also like to talk about, like, it's our love life. What do we see for ourselves? What do we want? Like, do you want to be single? Do you want to have a relationship? Do you want to have a relationship with multiple people, like a poly relationship? I don't know. You are the only one who knows this. I don't know what would make you happy, but you need to decide like, where would I be comfortable? Where would I be the most happy? And this can vary from like different stages of our lives, but what are you aiming for? And if you really want to find a partner, what are you aiming for in the partner? Don't be the person who just go on one date and like he's cute, but then it's not a match at all when it comes to personality or what you really want to do in your life. Because honestly, choosing the right partner, it has so much to say with your own life and what you're going to be able to accomplish also, because you don't need a partner who's like the same as you or you're basically the same person, but you do need a partner who is supportive. You know, you don't want anyone who's dragging you down or are making you feel bad or like awkward for having dreams. I would not like that. And I don't like that for you either, because that's gonna bring you down. It's gonna just like, with your spark, off we go, and we don't want that. We want a supportive partner. Maybe the partner is also ambitious like you and you can build something together. Like that would be the dream for me. And until that happens, I'm gonna be really comfortably single. But of course, you do need to have a tactical plan if you want to like meet that kind of person, but that's for another video. But for now, I just want you to just sit in your own thoughts and just see, what do I really want in my love life? Maybe I only want cats. I don't know, you decide. And the last question for level 1 of our little questionnaire that we're doing now. What about your social media? How do you want it to look? Or do you even want social media? You don't have to. You don't have to publish anything, but you can, if you want that with your dream life, share and inspire others. Like that's a beautiful thing, but you don't have to. So you don't need to feel like you need to share. You don't really need to do anything. It's your dream life. You choose. But if you're interested in having a social appearance in the social media, how would you like it to be? Like, is it focused on makeup, clothes, personal development, or you sharing some other artsy stuff, or maybe something about finance or business or entrepreneurship? I don't know, but you need to see that. And there comes my good friend Pinterest also. And because Pinterest, you can be inspired by people there, you can be inspired by people's feed. Like, you need to do your research, okay? When you're creating this persona, this dream life that you're looking at, you need to go into the nitty-gritty stuff. Now we have done everything with level 1. It's the surface, it's like the starting point of what we're going. Now it's time to dig deeper into level 2. What is your focus? Having the right focus is really what's gonna make the whole difference here. You need to find where would you put your focus. And since you are here in level 2, I guess that you have already answered the questions in level 1. And I want you to really look back on how you envision your life. What is really what's gonna drive the progress? And as I said, you only focus on one thing. So you just need to find the right kind of mindset. What is the routine? What is your weekly routine with this focus in mind? What is the thing you do day to day to be able to create the life you are really dreaming of having? Are you waking up at 5? Are you waking up at 7? Are you waking up at 9? We all have our different schedules, but you need to find out, where does my day begin? And what is the first thing I'm gonna do with my day? Is it gonna be to check your phone, your mail, or see what the news are saying about what's happening in the world? Or are you gonna bring that notebook in front of you and just write your thoughts? Maybe you're going for a walk, or maybe you're doing some meditation. But what is your super great start to the morning? Like, what is what's gonna just kickstart the day for you? So you need to find your ideal routine. What you do day to day, which is not the same you do today, because that is not giving you what you really want. You need to just sit down and write. What's an ideal day? What's the dream schedule for me to reach my full potential? Next thing I want you to really think about is, what should your mental diet be? What are you consuming? This has so much to do with what I said, with how you're starting your day. Like, if you're consuming it with a lot of negativity, or if you start it in a positive way. This can also be like with what kind of people you're surrounding yourself with. Is it a toxic environment or is it positive and for growth? Because your mental diet has so much to say, like how you think about the world and how productive you're going to be, and if you're gonna be motivated to start the day and actually do the things that's gonna make the difference. This takes me to the next question, which also has to do with social media. Like, which people are you following? What do you have on your feed? Because this has so much to say, because if we're following people that makes us unconsciously feel bad, it's not gonna be that great. So you should unfollow those people that they're not mean, they're not doing anything wrong, but for some reason they are making you feel bad. I want you to just follow inspiring pages, people that really motivate you and gets you that oomph. Because when you're spending your time on social media, you should at least be inspired. But I do think we all could agree that we might limit our social media use a little bit and focus more on our own thing. This is something that you need to really figure out with your weekly and daily routine, like how much of the day should you be consuming? If you want to be a creator, how much of the day should you create instead? Because I feel like we often say, oh, I don't have time. I can't do that. Like my day is so full. But then suddenly you see yourself spending 3 hours on TikTok or Instagram, when in reality you could have used those things to either work out or learn a new skill or do something else with your time that really is going to pay off than just consuming. What are she doing with her free time? Because we might be hustling, we might be working for what we really want to do, but we do also want balance, because we don't want to burn ourselves out. We want to do things that's not work, where we can just really get energy and flourish. What is your dream self's hobby or things that just gonna give you more energy to just boost and have fun? So what that looks like for you, that could be many things. Maybe it's like knitting, maybe it's meeting new people some places to get other people with the same interest, maybe it is fishing, maybe it is hiking, I don't know, but you need something that you can just disconnect with, that really is gonna give you a lot more energy to pursue whatever you are pursuing. So you must also remember, what should your dream self do with her free time? What should she just be doing for pure joy? Or maybe if you really love to learn, like maybe it's just reading a book, maybe it's writing a book, I don't know your interest. This is all you. When you have now figured out how to balance your day, you're now ready for the next level. Level 3. Who is she inspired by? Who would she, if she could have chosen, taken out for dinner? Because there are so much to learn from that person. Maybe that person has written a book. You know, maybe it's something that you can learn that that person has been through. So who is this successful person that you really can just learn and grow and just like their knowledge? So this takes me to the next question. What would you like to accomplish in your life? What would you just love to look back on when you're old and be like, wow, I did that. That was so cool. Like, is it winning some kind of prize? Is it doing a lot for other people, creating something? Like, what should be your legacy? How do you want your legacy to look like? So the next question is, how would you like other people to treat her, your dream self? How are other people responding to her? Because that is also gonna give you a lot of clues on the kind of people you want in your life, but also how do you treat other people, because you are going to be treated like you treat others. That is what you're going to attract. So this is a really important point, because that is something you can already do today. Like, you decide every day, every conversation or meeting you have, you choose how you are responding or how you're talking to that person. So you could already today start treating them well, because you want to be treated well. What? You want to give advice, you want to get advice. Like, you need to figure out how are people going to treat you, because then you know how you should act among others. And towards yourself, oh my god, let's not forget about that one. And I also wanted to say that if you want some more tips on how you can get friends or level up your relationships, you should really check out this video right here, where I really go into the depth talking about this. So you might check it out, you might be interested. What will make her happy? Isn't that the point of everything? Like, we should do things because it makes us happy. It makes us live a good life that we enjoy and wake up every morning smiling and just living our best life, our best potential. So that is really such a central question you need to answer. And what does really make me happy? And that could be so many different things. For me personally, I have found that freedom to work whenever I want to be wherever I want to have freedom with my time, it's so important for my own happiness. And also with relations, to have a lot of good people around me is also something that brings me a lot of joy. And to be able to be creative and not hold myself back. I know that when I'm really just acting from a creative space, when I'm just doing it and not thinking like, oh no, that's stupid or that's never going to work, when I don't hold myself back and just do the things I want to do, I'm the most happy. But that could be different for you. You just really need to start digging there and see like, what could make me happy? All of these questions are like a guide for you to really know what to do day to day and where you should position yourself. Because if you don't have an end goal, how are you going to know how to get there? Maybe you will get there either way, but it's going to take a lot longer than if you have just imagined this in your mind, like what your dream life, dream self would look like, because this will just change your whole energy towards every day and the things you do and how you put yourself out there, and also what you're going to attract. Now that you have hopefully answered all of these questions, I want you to not just like close your book and just like put it somewhere and forget about it. No, I want you to just look at this weekly. I want you to take notes on your journey, to really have this moment by yourself when you're reflecting, because these answers can change with time when you try out different things, and maybe the things that you thought would make you happy didn't, and you figured out, you know what, I was actually really happy when I did this. Life is all about the journey, so just be open that the things you think you want today, that can change tomorrow. But that is kind of also what's so fun about it, that we are so flexible. And I had this mindset so many times, like, oh, now I got the answer, I figured it all out, and then something happened and I'm like, well, I didn't know anything, but I know it now, and then it happens again. I think I know it all, and then I suddenly understand that I don't. But still, this is just a guide for you, a way for you to really just envision what you really want to do with your life, who you want to be, and actually start acting in that way. Because it's not before you start acting in that way today, you're gonna see a change tomorrow. Like, I can't say this enough times. If you do the same things today, you're gonna get the same results. You need to change what you're doing today, what you're doing tomorrow, to get a different result. And you start doing that when you know where you're going, when you know what you need to do every day, when you start dressing and acting like that person that you want to become. That's actually and honestly how you become that person. And if you're still a little bit unsure on where to start, what to do on this journey, because you've written down some answers but you're like, I don't really know what to do, you can do two things. Number one, you can watch this video, which really goes into depth on how you can glow up in 30 days, so I recommend that for you. Secondly, I want you to download this free guide on how to kickstart your glow up journey. The link is in the description. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That is how other people is gonna find this content as well. Please comment if you found it inspiring, or if you found out something that you hadn't really thought about before, or just let's connect in the comment section. That is really how we grow together, when we talk about stuff and we share new discoveries. And if you're still here and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, you have watched it and hopefully enjoyed it thus far. So you know what? I make videos like this every week. So if you like more, hey, you know what to do. Okay. Well, I hope you have enjoyed it and I will see you in my next video. Okay. Bye.